Welcome, one and all, to the final Simulation Soccer League Matchday of Season 10, Division 2, Matchday 14. The title is still on the line and some minor placings to sort out. Soccer Project Saint with you in the booth today. And Saint, it's been a long time here, and it's been a very wild season with a lot of ups and downs, but what do you say to one final send-off to the season where we get to decide a Division 2 champion?
I say bring it all on as well. The title's still up in play here for Division 2 as well as some seedings down there. Everything to play for, everything for pride. And yeah, let's bring it all on.
Yeah, to go over the matchups that we have today, Schwarzwälder Volkswagen will play host to Seoul Mythic. Both of these teams were in the promotion hunt last match day, but unfortunately their results did not go their way, and well, that was primarily because they had, in fact, well, they lost. Schwarzwälder upset by Cairo 2-1 away, and Seoul taken down by Inter London and Tony Yeboah. 3-0 loss there would mean that both of them are shut out, but they both lost and were both within striking distance of one another, so still a winner-take-all game to be had in terms of getting third place. Basically puts you next in line for Division 1 promotion next season. Then we have AS Paris versus Red Star Laos. This one will be the big one. AS Paris win. They shut out the title race and are crowned Division 2 champions. Following up that, into London. Do they have something to play for potentially? They might end up doing that against Montreal United. If they, of course, do get a draw and AS Paris lose, or they win and AS Paris draw, Inter London will go up thanks to the advantage on goal difference. And finally, Cairo versus Kaapstad, which will solely be deciding how many points both teams end on. Schwarzwälder rocking a 5-2-1-2 for this match here against Seoul Mythic, and Seoul have elected for a very similar 5-1-3-1, almost emulating the anchor that Schwarzwälder have used in the past.
Yeah, very much so, and yeah, I think Anchor could come into good play there. We'll see how it comes out on the field, though. So, well, all I'm in for is a good old game and a lot of scrapping and goals, maybe.
Yeah, depending on how you define these formations, one could consider it 3 at the back, one could consider it 5 at the back. A lot of different changes that could go on here, and of course there is a silver boot race to watch out for, as here goes Zinedine Gintonic, immediately blocked out there by Mertz. Of course, Leonidas Papadopoulos has an incredibly unassailable lead, especially with these formations on the Golden Boot race. But Rob Tucker and Baraka Aloisi both tied at 15 goals apiece. One will likely end up with silver and one will likely end up with bronze, but they do want to make sure that they don't fall victim to other potential scorers. Cake Limits is still back there as another shot from Schwarzwälder hits the side netting. Early threats here, minute in.
Yep. No shame in losing out to Papadopoulos, who I've honestly touted for the longest of times as one of the best strikers in the SSL. We'll maintain that, but Tucker and Aloisi still there and still being huge contributors for the team. So we'll see how things play out there. Schwarzwälder.
Yeah, and nearly got a contribution there from Tucker, and he was nearly able to swoop up that rebound, but Hugh Mann just decided to slam that one out. As Cat will whip this one in, but headed out there by Schwarzwälder. Oh, sorry, by Seoul rather, as it does seem like there was a foul potentially called there, but was let go.
Yeah, very much so. Well, good opening play there from Schwarzwälder. Keeping things going on there. Here comes the man. Ooh.
Yep, Cole Mertz there, usually the defensive man on the corners, that time trying a bit of offense, but just over the top there. Chenard. And finally a little bit of threat there, but Tarka Cat with the intercept. Might try and lead the counter now. Penkinger has some little bit of time here. He's trying to work it up this right flank and now trying to cut it in field. Berbatov to Gintonic. Through ball here for Tucker, but a good save by Neuer. Was offside, did not time his run.
Yeah, very much so. I was getting a little bit concerned with the play out the back, but they left enough width there, and the passing did open up a lot of ways there for Schwarzwälder. So pretty much seeing the Black Forest team play with a lot of possession in mind here. Seoul doing similar, and a good break coming out there. Oh, no.
Yeah, great tackle there by Zeroni. Just able to win the ball there. Looked rather violent at first. Could have very well been a yellow or even a red. But there's a long clearance up there for Aloisi, and Saran Satral had to come out there and put his body on the line, but does so well. Locks that one out, and Seoul now with the corner. But Shanking at that time is able to head it away. Kennedy the only one there. Out in that open space. Locked back now for Ryan. Trying to tap toe this flank, but miscommunication on the pass, and it ends up behind him.
Yeah, I just want to go back to that long ball there from Neuer to Aloisi. That was Route 1 play at his finest, and well, Aloisi noticed that no one was defending on him. May as well make the break, and needed a great save there from the goalie.
Yes, Tenderloin there blocked Berbatov, but it came right back to him. Dimitar Berbatov finds himself with open pasture and converts for 1-0.
Well, talk about having to do it on the other side as well. Berbatov with it. Using Tenderloin as a get by, and that's called Neuer off by surprise there. Wait, 1-2, but not of the making you'd expect.
Yeah, I think it was an intended through ball there. Tenderloin knocked it down, but Berbatov just never stopped running. Came right back onto the ball there and gets goal number 8 in all competitions. Gintonic there with a long one from about 25 out. Nearly put a finish home, but Neuer that time, springy and was able to get his hands to the ball, knocked it out for the corner, and Mertz there again, able to defend it out.
Yep. Sometimes you have to make your own luck there. Ooh. And I believe
cracking that one in.
Was a Tucker right there as well. But yeah, sometimes you just have to be good to create your own luck there, and Berbatov making his own luck. We're using Tenderloin as Seoul looking to respond.
Here goes Kennedy now, right down that edge. Ryan whipped across for Aloisi. Put himself ahead of the silver boot and finds a huge equalizer. Very muted celebration there for that equalizer, especially given he got by Tucker, but a huge one.
Yep, nice second effort there from Seoul. Kennedy noticing that the play was dead, but Aloisi, I think Lewin played the Seoul striker up on side, and there was just no one around to stop him.
Yep, was right in front of the net, pretty much as wide open as a header as you can get from so close in. Southern Southwell, no chance, and immediately the pressure right back on there. No assist for Gunnar Kennedy, even though he will very likely still hold that crown come season's end, as that one is lofted away by Southern Southwell. This was the next one to it. Good tackle here by Dian. The pressure is on. Tucker will send through Berbatov. Chance for his double, and is converted right back. And Schwarzwälder take another lead with a huge Berbatov goal.
Huge response there from Schwarzwälder. Huge break as well. Dian with the firm tackle. Jaeger dispossessed, locked, picked, and unfortunately, the force came to grow in his home. Schwarzwälder, huge breakaway, and Berbatov on with the brace.
Yeah, got Neuer out of position there. Adam diving in a very awkward way, and he's going to make no mistake given the open net. Now they look to make it free here. Gintonic trying to scramble his way in field, but Cat finds it back. Now with Dian once more. He's trying to play it around the area. Maybe could fish for a loose challenge, a penalty. Here's Tucker trying to turn one on. The snapshot there just tapped past the post by Neuer.
Huge turn there from Tucker. I thought that was going to be a good chance there. This will clear that corner attack, and Aloisi will break for whatever comes around. But Schwarzwälder clearly in the driver's seat as well as we come into halftime 2-1 to the Black Forest.
Yep, they've been shooting exceptionally well so far, and you see just how those high percentage chances have been converted into goals. It's been something that Schwarzwälder have been very proud of, I'm sure. I'm sure there will be a lot of the individual talk perhaps to Dimitar Berbatov to talk about how well he's been able to work himself in an open field. We'll hopefully be getting underway shortly here. Looking forward to seeing if there are any changes, though I will admit I don't think we've seen many of them. And to be honest, I don't see why you would, because it feels like they have their field set right now, and indeed no changes to either side as we get back underway.
Yeah, I think Schwarzwälder coming into this had a good ribbon settled in. The passing that they had has been causing breaks in there, and the good aggressive play on the to press out, just working very well for them. I think we can just trace back to not only the break for the first goal and second, but the ends tackling, making huge effects there, and so they'll need to find a way to not only to stop themselves from getting swarmed on, but to get attack. Aloisi.
Now that time Schenkinger got back in there and was able to get some good coverage offense over from the right side, but they might try and exploit that now with him out of position. Here goes Paul down the flank. Dejan again got his body of a way to make a strong challenge, but didn't quite win the ball back. Paul put it off of his own man, Chenard. Myrtle just played into the left wing for Mann, who tried to cross it back in field, looking for perhaps Gunnar Kennedy, but Taco Cat just sent that one back over the goal line. Whipped in there, and I believe it was headed out there by Plink, and nothing comes of the chance.
Another chance here.
Or just a rising shot there, I believe, from Chenard. They're finding targets with their corner, so they just aren't able to put that into points as first player enters the book here with Lee Fist.
Yeah, so looking pretty punchy in the air there. Jonard, Mann, Mertz, all imposing themselves, and 8 corners as well, 8 chances. So have been getting their set piece opportunities.
Yeah, as just again trying to find little gaps here. Might have had Aloisi through there. Instead they go to Kennedy. Kennedy's shot, however, was not quite well struck and ends up wide.
I thought there was a chance for the near post there for Kennedy. That could have been much better.
This is Whittington now. I don't remember Whittington being much of a striker, so unsurprising that one was sprayed wide, though.
Yeah,
really unfortunate there. Probably should be trying to put that one on net.
I will give Whittington this, that it was a better strike that they gave compared to Kennedy's. That Kennedy just felt lackluster, whilst Whittington, whilst not a striker or really attacking, usually in for goals, you can see the intent there. So it's just more execution that didn't come out right.
Yeah. But also, if memory serves, Whittington, not the greatest of finishers, so just did not have any help with them to try and make that one happen. As time ticking down now for Seoul to try and maintain third and get that equaliser. Chenard trying to chip it forward there for Kennedy. Could not find the target. Schenkinger just tries to go route one again, but Berbatov didn't time his run there, and Tenderloin was quicker to it. Now lofted over the top this time for Danny Paul. Paul with some space. Schenkinger slides back in again. And once more, does force a corner.
Good breaks coming in there.
At that time, they looked to go wide out there, but Berbatov was there to make sure that they couldn't get one back. Doing work on both sides of the field, which is great, which is exactly what you want to see from a forward. You know, I mean, you want to see goals from a forward, of course, but effort everywhere on the field is also much obliged. As Paul finds Aloisi. Oh, he strayed that one just slightly and ends up wide. That could have very well been the equaliser because Saran Satra was caught flat-footed.
Yeah, Saran Satra, I don't think would have been able to make any attempt work. Oh, and
Plink there. Everyone just kind of crashed in, and Whittington just decided to flick that one out for a corner. I think was a bit worried that there may have been an injury given how hard Plinken slid into Saran Sasral, but thankfully both of them seem to be okay, as well as Aloisi, who was involved. One is eventually corralled at the end of it after the clearance. All Tenderloin and Mertz looking for options. Mertz tried to get it to man, but Taco Cat was able to clear it away from danger.
I wonder if Seoul will be able to get the turnaround they need. Doesn't look like it right now. Good defense there from man, but Schwarzwälder is still on attack.
And here goes Cat now. Finds Ahoni, who tries a shot in, but Gentonic again blocked it out. Ryan will just head it back, and Neuer is able to scoop it. Danger averted there, as only 4 minutes left in regulation. Would expect 1, maybe 2 minutes. Tucker over for Dejan. Dejan with a lot of space, but the shot is high.
That's just another set of opportunities wasted there. And looks like Seoul might want to equalize right now.
Yep. Get an opportunity there, but intercepted that time of the back line. Gentonic working forward now for Tucker, and Whittington down the flank. Trying to scoop by Ryan, but Ryan got Whittington to just get a bit aggressive on the touch here. Here's Chenard. Left wing is Paul. Over for Aloisi, and Saran Sasral. Oh, I thought stepped over the goal line there for the corner, but did keep the ball in field. But they are relentless right now, Seoul. They go right back onto it after the clearance. Ryan chipping it over for Man. Man with a lot of space. Taco Cat blocks in a corner.
Man coming in closer. Had a chance for a shot, but for Weiser, in comes the face kick. Cleared out.
Yeah, shanking her again. Bernard trying to get it through again. Like Schwarzwälder want to try and settle this one down. Here goes Cat. Perhaps they want to even look for free here. Berbatov wins the tackle back. Gentonic, little through ball there. Berbatov wasn't sure to play it or not. He does. Whips it back in. At the end, Tucker. Gentonic! Oh, Neuer had to go full stretch to stop it. But a huge save there keeps them alive for a chance at third place. But given the territory now, it will be very difficult to solve. They basically have to go coast to coast here, and they're going to try it now. 35 seconds left. Man out for Ryan. A lot of open pasture. Trying to take the daylight. Looped it in for Aloisi. Aloisi takes a step back. The pass was errant. They might just be able to run it forward with territory now. Dejan will take his pause with a lot of space, and doesn't know if that's exactly what they've done. They need to go now. Here goes Aloisi. Over for Paul. They get one last roll of the dice, but they won't get a chance at it due to the back pass. Schwarzwälder will take third place with this 2-1 win, and a huge victory for them. But man, that one was a wild affair and probably should have gone, well, really either way there with how many good chances Seoul had late.
Yeah, Seoul burst right back as the time dwindled, but it all came down to the first half and Berbatov's brace. Aloisi will take second in the silver boot. Well, he'll take the silver boot, but I don't think Tucker will mind, as he'll get bragging rights in this affair.
Yeah, I suppose it's success of a team versus success of the individual that I'm sure either one of them can take pride in.
Yeah, very much so. One thing I want to just reflect on is just the amount of chances that Mythic were just not able to convert on the set pieces. There were plenty of headers that they won and just didn't hit the target, and I think they'll be kicking themselves a little bit looking back on that. But
yeah, a lot of chances gone bang. I think it was 5 XG and only 3 scored.
Yeah, I think in total you're definitely right there.
Yep. I think it was 2.8 to 2.2 in favor of Seoul, and just that wide open chance, I think occurred at the 79th minute or so, really was the sealer of fates. But speaking of sealing fates, AS Paris have a chance to seal themselves a Division 2 championship. And they take on Red Star Lao. Of course, Red Star Lao will still be looking to win. If they lose, then it doesn't have a draw for Montreal United to claim a point and leapfrog them for 5th.
Laos playing in for bragging rights, but this right here, we'll see if championship is opened or not. A win for Paris, it's all over. A loss or draw opens up so much for the boys in blue. And yeah, I think all eyes will be on this, very much so. Will Papadopoulos score? Actually, I'll take this back. It's not will Papadopoulos score, it's more a case of how many and when. And
that's probably a better question given how prolific he's been with goal scoring. I think it's more than a goal per game in all competitions. As we will get a look here at how Paris line up. It's the wide 4-3-3. Papadopoulos, of course, the front man. Alistair and Cortez on those wings. While Red Star have elected for the 4-2-2-2. Changshan and Abernia being offset there in the center. Sides and Tato at the front.
Yep.
There you see the standings. Don't forget, if Paris win, it's all over. If Paris draw, London must win. If Paris lose, London can draw or win because of the goal difference advantage that would be gained from Paris losing. As we are underway here, I'm sure Red Star Lao will be looking to immediately press on here just to get a win here. And there you see it immediately as Changshan fouls Papadopoulos.
No
and stuck in early. Here we go, yellow card Lao. Or red card Lao, excuse me.
Whoa, talk about living up to the name there. But they have to face the ball in that regard as well.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something I could say about getting the horns, but...
Arriva.
Here goes Papadopoulos now. Was sent through there by Cortez, but shot it right into Norris. We could have been a little bit more precise with that, but it does end up being another corner for Paris. We did see them score off it, I believe, on match day ago. Of course, was Papadopoulos, but that time Norris clears.
Opening chances coming in for... Oh, wow. 0.43, and we're only 15 minutes in as well.
I think it was that shot that was taken. It was blocked by Norris. It was probably seen as high percentage, but because of where it ended up, it wasn't really seen as... that could have been converted as the Bernier there did tap it back on there for Kanders. Was a little bit leery there. Thought it might have been a pass back, but just a deflection. Means Kanders can wait on it and clear it out. One thing also worth noting is how tumultuous the season has been for Dalton Kanders. In general, here goes! Well... Is that commentator's curse? Papadopoulos says how many? It's at least one.
Oh! Of course, it's inevitable. It's just inevitable with Papadopoulos. I don't think I need to say any words with how prolific the man has been and the amount of space the supporting cast of Paris has made. Onside to a T, such awareness. Bull, Cortez, all that. And McAllister. Just all playing their roles very well. And Paris, like a well-oiled machine, they'll take the lead with quick efficiency.
Yeah, it was Bull that was really the one up there. Was just launched out of a cannon, or I guess out of a pen, and just went for it, got the pass off, nearly perfectly timed. I mean, you're talking milliseconds at that point as Papadopoulos again tries to crash with the header. It did not have a finish on target. Yeah, I was saying, Alton Kanders has had a rather tumultuous season because the goals have flown thick and fast as Papadopoulos again has it in Norris. 35 goals conceded by Red Star Lao, the second most of any team. Of course, it's a long gap back to first in that regard, or I guess eighth, because Cairo conceded 50 this season. But
oh wow,
that's been really the kind of story. Lao have had decent offense, but they've been around what you'd expect of a fifth place squad.
Yeah. and I don't think you want to be one of the top conceders. Oh my word, McAllister coming in with a scissor strike there, off target, but definitely the effort was there.
Yeah, just perhaps more style than, execution perhaps. As now Red Star Lao looking to launch themselves in here. Here's Vilk. Tap forward here for Tato. Tato for a fair bit of space. Just gives it off there for Jones, though. Worked back here for Mike Checker, who tried one and nearly put it in the top corner, but Rory Bartlett using all of their height or lack thereof to stop that one.
Bartley may not have the height, but they have the hops. And yeah, spiting to action there.
And was well positioned there on that near post. Didn't have to do a diving across there. Here's Papadopoulos now. Williams back again to stop Kanders from having to make a save, even though we did make a solid effort at that one. Surprised we didn't see that through ball there, but suppose really threatened to reach Tato. Half an hour gone. Paddy currently have the virtual championship in hand, but still do need to finish the story. Here goes Brisky, down the wing. Papadopoulos didn't quite get all on that ball. But the target was there. Kanders just able to scoop.
Yeah, Kanders just easy pick up there, but I think we can easily say all the urgency is with AS Perry. Minter London looking at this with a little bit of a shiver on their backs, as all they can really do is watch and hope Red Star Laos that they come back after this, because this has just been an outright sacre bleu, rough royal show there.
Yep, and I mean, it shows on the score sheet there. One thing that is worth noting, though, is that Red Star Labs finishing has at least been on target. They haven't sprayed anything yet, though. I'm certain that there's still a lot of nervous watchers all around Western Europe, really. As Lau immediately looking to start this second half off well here. Chicken, however, is just forced to the wing there, and Bull intercepts Vilk. Papadopoulos now deciding to take the role of Cortez, running down that right flank. Changshan fouls at Papadopoulos yet again. Seems like there's a bit of instruction there just to try and harass him, as that one's whipped over. Oh, Kanders saves that one from soon to retire airless Snooks.
Snooks maybe retiring soon, but he wants the SPO to go up, and he wants to go out champion.
Yeah, I mean, retiring as a title winner is definitely something that you can take pride in. But of course, now Changshan Princess finally gets that yellow card in a while. I mean, we saw a few hard fouls and was surprised not to see a card on either one of them. I guess finally referee's had enough.
So how long until the red?
Oh, I think the red is coming, to be honest. Cortez's shot there, blocked by DeBernia, and Jones heads it out. They might decide to start rolling now. Red Star Lao on this counter-attack. The wing-backs are not exactly in position there. Chicken over gets past Snooks with that cross, but I believe it was headed out there by Black, if not Horvat. Checker now. Ooh, McAllister with a tough challenge, but won the ball back and keeps it in field.
Gutsy play there for McAllister. Could have conceded, but great awareness, timing, and just outright balls to do it. McAllister just... wow.
Yeah. Very interesting to me as well, looking at the focus of attacks here, well, just gone away, but from variety of picture, Padilla really trying to attack those flanks. And Red Star Lao just always seem to be going to that right side where Zanetti is trying to avoid Jay Brisky whenever possible, perhaps just favoring the right feed of Hunter Jones and Mike Checker as work back in here. Changshan sides now Checker.
Oh, another good tackle there from Paris. Interesting you mentioned that to avoid facing Brisky, but this might not work too well, since the wide has very much been a favored thing for Paris.
Yeah, so here goes Checker now. Checker actually got a lot of space there and took on the shot. It's probably the right idea, but didn't quite get that down in time. I think it's the first shot off target that we've seen for Laos. Brisky finds Papadopoulos on the edge, but Alistair, a lot of bodies, rebound, Snooks!
Snooks in with what could be their last goal. And what a goal that would be to send off into the sunset. Second chance there for McAllister, blocked by Chongshan. But Snooks, just the strength of the header from the big man. Well, the elder statesman in to send Paris up by 2.
And they might be looking for free. Yeah, ball shot there, blocked by Tato. And kind of just got out of position, tried to dive for the initial shot there. And as a result, Snook just put the header in from 16 yards and converted. Knew it had to be immediate and has made it 2. But they, again, as stated, looking for free there. But Williams that time able to block that cross away. The corner to defend, though. And it seems like Putty have been able to really capitalize off of the backup play of set pieces. Mike Checker there, heading it away. Papadopoulos chases it down. Now Washburn. Has to go back to midfield where Black and Snooks lie. Ball chipped forward. Papadopoulos looks for double. He held it too long there. And the defense gets back and disrupts the attack.
I don't think I will say less right now.
Yeah, just looking at a direct free kick, but right into the wall there. Brisky took it and took it well as Chicken brings down Papadopoulos. See, reaching into the book there. No, just giving the warning.
I'm very sure that there was a bit of sweat coming out there, but nothing doing. But the lack of time right now there for Red Star, and lack of time for Inter London to really hope for anything.
Yeah, but see if they go now. Sides! Oh, the volley was a shot right on. Was a shot right into the hands of Bartlett.
Not even needing to move.
Yep. It's right into the test dummy. And it seems like with 2 minutes and much less than that now, AS Paris can finally secure themselves a Division 2 title. Just need to play the rest of it out, I'm sure. We might just try and have Ayla Snooks be the last one to touch it at the end here. Oh, but Vilk wants to try and spoil the party. At least get a consolation. Whipped in there. Washburn clears it out. And AS Paris are Division 2 champions in Season 10 of the Simulation Soccer League.
You can pop the champagne right now. It's gonna be a party down the Champs-Élysées. Paris up and in style, winning the Division 2 championship. Papadopoulos to start, Snooks to send off into the sunset, and I don't think you probably would have it any other way than with what could only be described as a convincing demonstration against Red Star Laos.
Yep, incredible work to secure the title. And while one spot shuts, another one remains open. Montreal United do have a chance to leapfrog now into 5th place. If they can snag a point off of Inter London, of course, I believe we'll know their fate now. One of a few seasons where you do. And also, AS Paris, the first team ever to win multiple Division 2 titles.
Oh, wow.
Paris twice, Romana, Seoul, London, and Accra, were now known as Schwarzwälder.
And we carry those histories on their backs. Well, yeah. AS Paris going up as they are. I don't think Inter London will mind too much, seeing that they'll still be playing D1 football next season as well. But they can always use this as a tester just to see how they're like. And Montreal ain't a bad team to go up against by no means at all. So it'll be very much interesting to see how the boys in blue will perform.
Yeah, Montreal do, of course, have a goal differential advantage over Red Star Lao. Only 20 goals conceded, but the main issue really has been their offense. And, I mean, they've only scored 16 goals, which was a very close total to Cairo, which is rather disconcerting. London, on the other hand, the defense has been very sound. Only 9 goals conceded. Will very much be looking to try and keep it at single digits. Goal scoring wasn't quite as prolific as other teams around them, only with 30. But, I mean, when you have K. Clements up front, the goal scoring doesn't need to come just absolutely every time. So, definitely a lot to look forward to in this one.
Yeah.
Can Montreal steal a place? And we see into London rocking the 4-2-3-1. They have put Jerry at the front here instead of K. Clements, but a lot of backlying defensive midfielders there, so more like a 6-3-1. And Montreal have decided to go with the shirt with a very defensive 5-3-2.
I think we don't need to say too much about Inter London, just how they can play from the back there. That Volante duo of Miller and Rumer has caused so many issues there to other teams, and well, it's what allowed Inter to have one of the best defenses in D2, probably the best.
Yeah, and it's something that we've seen a lot from that mid-table is a lot of very defensive formations. It's all solid with their 5 at the back. Montreal are running 5 at the back. Schwarzwälder is running 5 at the back. Is that corner there? Scarpetta trying to put that one through, but just a touch wide.
Well, I need to remember that the Scarpetta brothers split. Claudio or...
I believe that's Claudio.
Oh.
I will double check for you.
Gosh, I think we need to see not only the Scarpetta brothers together, but also the Panda brothers.
Oh, that would be very interesting. Yeah, I'll just make sure of this. Both of them are technically on the same side here on Reykjavik, but Claudio is here on loan.
So they're both with Reykjavik, but Claudio's out loaned.
Yes. That's why they aren't playing together. Of course, Reykjavik do still have their cup final to come tomorrow.
Yep, against Tokyo.
Yeah, going to be a wild affair, of course. Both of those teams will be looking for some silverware. Both have, I believe, some silverware in their past, but we'll have to look forward to that as a shot there is blocked.
And can confirm there as well. As Donald
2 cups in the history of Tokyo, Season 1 and Season 8, and in Season 5 in the history of Reykjavik, known as their former franchise. As Pigman, weak foot strike! So very nice, and please refrain from not smoking. 1-0 to the blue and black.
Of course you say that. But, I would not blame Pinkman from having a lighter for that one. What a strike from the left foot. That's just, ooh la la. Ooh.
Yeah, Clements there, just into the crossbar that time. Direct free kick, tried to direct free kick right into Wartooth. And London just now piling on the pressure here. Cinnamon just able to clear that one away. And that's one of the problems with this defensive formation. I feel like Montreal have really been able to get that forward that often for Salic to capitalize. Or Lucy O'Rourke there just kind of floating right of your picture. Rumor there will flick it towards him to show us. As there is Claudio, who brings it back into Millar. These midfielders just playing a bit further forward now.
Millar
are retreating.
Miller. Wait, I thought it was Miller, not Millar.
It's Millar, yes. Millar.
Millar.
Yeah. I only remember it as Kevin Millar, who was a noted scab, but also very important for Boston. Silic does get by Millar there, tries the chip. Yeboah far too alert for that one and not taken off guard. May have been wide anyhow. And they're able to just corral that one.
Yeah, very much so. I'll keep that note.
Yeah, we were mentioning before, of course, that cup final, which you can tune into tomorrow. Season 1 and Season 8 Cup champions Tokyo face up against Season 5 Cup champions Reykjavik.
Be a spicy affair there, and a beautiful way to send off. a
As
beautiful
is
sequence.
Jerry! And he's offside again.
Offside.
It's happened again. It's happened
Happened
again.
again.
Jerry's
It's
offside.
offside.
It's happened again. Very, very close.
And it was blurred lines as well.
Yeah, just barely a difference, and that was enough. It was some exceptional work there by the linesman on that right edge to spot that one out and put the flag up, because it was right on the line. As here is Clements, flag staying down, tries the chip, but a little bit too much salsa.
Gotta slow down with that chip on the dip, but into London, well, they'll take the flare up as they are up by 1 through the Pinkman stunner. And all in all, well, I think the defensiveness in this game is showing. But unfortunately for the fleur-de-lis, Inter London has that offensive edge to strike as well.
Yep, I mean, it was Pinkman with that left foot strike, and they really have everyone to create those threatening opportunities. Right now, they still just need to hold on here to at least make it within a point. As dives in, oh, I thought that was in. I think that might have been just off the inside of the post, and Pedersen kept it out.
I really did thought that was in. Might have been the crossbuster, but yeah.
Either way, definitely saw the woodwork shake there, whether it was a body of Pedersen, whether it was the ball striking it. It's wild here as well. London have had less shots on target thus far than Montreal. It still hold the lead. Still, of course, have more overall shots, so it's just been really the quality of finishing that hasn't really been there. As this one's played forward here. Oh, Adam Rage gambles and wins! And nearly got it out to O'Rourke as well with that clearance. Playing right out there outside the box to Jerry. Thankfully, did have a presence of mind not to try and go for the scoop and instead just put his left foot into that one and then some.
That was his ball he called. And like a freight train, no one was going to stop Adam Rage.
Yeah, that was why we were going to see a full-on collision there. I mean, we've seen those happen on occasion, and depending on how that could have gone, may have seen either team go down to 10 men here. Here's O'Rourke, played in field! And an equaliser here for Montreal, which puts them into virtual 5th.
Gosh, and from the whiff as well, Pedersen with a beautiful run. O'Rourke recognizing that, getting in the better against Dyson a lot. I think Dyson a lot couldn't look back, and O'Rourke just hit before duking to the inside. Montreal will take this happily.
Yep, a huge equaliser for them, but they want to fire right back. Cherry decides to fire it into row A.
Oh, it's not very easy. That's Zamora.
Yeah, well, I mean, not all of us can be Bobby Zamora as the ball deflects out for a corner. Goes Pedersen, puts both hands up to signal the corner here at the top of the hour, but well headed out there by Oud. Spread back to Pedersen, who has come back on side. Clements there back and makes a solid interception.
Very sure Montreal, although they won't be able to, although like draws enough for Montreal, a win would be better for them. And just a bit of smugness to add, I think Inter London would take this with a little bit of a bitter pill if they don't win, because that would have said to them that they'll go up, but they wouldn't have been able to win it all, even if. They should strike. Well, just would have said to them that even if Paris would have lost, London would have been the legitimate champion. So.
Yeah. Well, if they had lost at this point, then yes, we would have been looking at London champions as it stands. They just want to make sure they cap this out with at least a point out of it, perhaps, and just finish, one game back and just say, well, we almost had you. It was that 3-3 draw that occurred earlier on this season that they might end up ruining the result of. As, oh, that's not a good header there from Scarpetta. Give it right back to O'Rourke. And Yeboah had to be called into action there and made a very nice save.
Oh dear. And I think this moments like these that Inter London have to be very careful about. That's a throw in, and with time,
Yep.
well,
Don't expect much to go on here. Probably it's going to be Montreal, maybe trying to get one last attempt here, and Roma just sends it out. Just says, "All right, we want to play this game." So Rourke now for Pedersen. Now Roma will make the intercept and clear it out. And that will mean the result ends 1-1 into London and Montreal into London to secure themselves in a second. While Montreal United will make the leapfrog into 5th place, finalising the standings for us. And into London, I mean, you double the XG, you triple their shots, you halve the on-target shots. That's not ideal finishing from them.
Clinicalism left the building. You gotta be clinical. You gotta have your shots on target, and they gotta be in the right position. Into London, you can spray all you want, but I would rather have that one shot be the headshot than multiple leg or arm shots. But yeah,
Yep.
with results finalized, all that's left is one more thing, and we've already seen this in Division 1 as well, with Afnai claiming the wooden duck. Will we see the same happen with Kaapstad?
A wooden duck?
Oh, okay, not the wooden duck, but the wooden spoon. You know,
You're saying wooden duck because they got 0 points?
Yes.
Okay, no, that actually makes more sense. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's actually a reasonable thing to say about it. But of course, neither of these teams do have 0 points. Kaapstad has 7 and Cairo has 3. Of course, other way around. Cairo has 7. Kaapstad has 3. Kaapstad's still looking for their first win this season.
Oh gosh, I have to have it come up with a different name for that then.
Yeah, I mean, these would just be the wooden spoon that is secured. But I guess you could call this a spoon bowl.
A spoon. Wait, so can we have a Sunday with that then? We have a spoon and a bowl.
I could go for Sunday right now. Unfortunately, I can't exactly leave this broadcast booth to go down to the concession stand and get some ice cream.
That's the thing. You can go down there afterwards. I think if I go out there, I'll be seeing stars, literally.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna.
I'm sorry for the neighborhood you live in. So here we go, Kaapstad. 4-2-3-1 here for them. Of course, you see their recent form. They were able to snack some points, and it's a 4-2-3 run from Cairo. I really expected more out of this. They just want to play simple football, which I understand. They probably want to get their principles right. It's basically just like a off-season training drill to prepare themselves for next season.
You know
what? Come on, bring out the battering ram like before.
You know what would be really cool? We return to the 4-4-2.
Yeah, bring back the 4-4-2s like the V12s in F1. Salvatore here. Oh, Leon Scott Muffin! Well, you want chaos? You got a goal in 19 seconds!
Hello. What do we have right here? The silver shot pass Adamu. No fufu for you. Great cross in and Muffin. Willie Norman's just outright beaten. That's a blitzkrieg and a half there from Kaapstad. A goal not even 20 seconds in. What?
Well, you want to get your first win of the season. You try and get a goal in 20 seconds, but it does mean you got to hold for 89 minutes and 40. And probably stoppage time as well. Here they go again. Here's Salvatore. Oh, they nearly had 2 in as many. But Salvatore was stopped by Van Nooyen.
No, someone told Kaapstad the best defense is a good offense. And they're not wrong. They tried to pump goals in. Oh, my word.
Immediately decided to try and strike here. 8 minutes gone. Now here they go again. De Silva. Oh, just knocked down there by Van Nooyen. Was cleared away by Adamu. Hogg just gets it forward here for Kamavinga. Tried to get a pass off there for Fisher, but was blocked by Arasov, and the attack breaks down.
This is an interesting affair right now. Here, Zog.
Yeah, was trying to get it immediately to Kratos Jr., but was intercepted by the first man, or one of the first few people that you'd see if you looked via phone book by first name, Alexander Stojakovic. Adamu, I think, would be the first one, which, if he's judged by surname, makes things quite interesting. But perhaps that's just me. I'm also not sure how they would treat the numbers, because I know a few players have numbers, but I don't think any of them start with it. Here goes Scott Muffin. Oh, he tried to get himself a double immediately, but Van Nooyen, how did he tip that one away? It was right on his goal line there. Tough one to deflect out, but there's a header on, but just over the top there. Goal kick.
Not sure how that will go in terms of pick out in terms of names and numbers. I wonder if would you like to try calling them Oscar Muffin?
Yeah, well, I'll have a look at the moment as Fischer there. Oh, nearly had that one on target, but just went wide. Well, there is a prospect, Aaron O'Hare, so I suppose that kind of rules things out in that regard. I think the reason why is because it sorts by the team name initially, and that's why Stojakovic shows up first. I remember every time I looked at the index, the first player I'd see in Alexander Stojakovic, and now it's fell on the floor. Thank you, AC Romana. This is why you're the greatest. Here's Norm as a drive, but over the top that time, just trying to come in there to take a surprise shot.
It reminds me of Aqua.
Yeah. Accra used to be that, and now they're not. It's a shame.
Yeah. One day we'll be back in Africa. Well, in sub-Saharan Africa, I should say. Wait, no.
Yeah, there's an Africa team playing right in front of us, Saint.
No, don't look. I played in Nigeria. I played in West Africa. I know we have two African teams.
Well, had, right? Someone else?
Remember, it was...
Is Normus again trying a shot?
Nice. Bold as always, they're Normus. Remember, Cairo? Kaapstad.
Oh, yeah, Cairo, yeah. Is Egypt sub-Saharan Africa, or is that just Saharan Africa?
No, that's North Africa.
Okay. Yeah, I really should know this. I should know my geography. Someone's going to have to relinquish my Sporkle membership. Here's Muffin tapping one in here for Krasus Jr. Back to Scott Muffin. He tries a shot, looking again for a second, but Van Nooyen defends off his near post. We should be trying to focus on this game here. There's still 63 minutes of football left in front of us, but, you know, perhaps we're all just getting ready for our off-season.
Well, off-season and one more cup game. Oh.
Well, I mean, for both of these teams, it's the off-season. For both of us, it's the off-season after this. Well, I guess you still technically have the game to play, but... You know. Just ignore that. Damu clearing one up here. Try to get it a run there for leave. Loudrip. No, that's not Loudrip. Excuse me.
McGleskins.
Was it McGleskins? I thought it was Jean-Claude. Either way. It's Hogg there just sending one deep here, and it's been a very highlight populated game, even though it's only 1-0. Doesn't really feel like the chances have been that frantic, I suppose. It's a lot of shots that look threatening, but just end up going wide, taken by players you usually wouldn't expect to take them. The clock face tap forward here for Jean-Claude. Oh, there's a threatening one. And Dexter Hall there just able to tap that one wide for a corner.
There goes JCG. Cleared out by De Silva. Well, JCG is very much willing to take those long shots and, well, make a high-rate reel out of himself in the process.
Yeah, nearly paid off for him as well. Here's McGlashkins whipping over for Normus. Will Normus try yet another shot? He will, and it's right at Gary Hogg. Just headed back out. Primetime 99 there to scrap up. Aldrip walks it in here with McFlopface. Chipped over to the left wing with McLashcombs. And Aristov into ball. Went back to the centre line. Shot was off target. Hall still tipped it clear for a corner. Did not want to take the risk.
Wouldn't blame him at all.
As De Silva heads it out. There's a junior first to it instead of Normus, and that will quell it for the time being. 3/8 of the way through this game. Here's McFlopface now, getting by Muller for the moment. Muller still trying to put the pressure on. Stops up and just flicks it back, but the pass was very inaccurate. Missed primetime 99 and ends up with Krausis Jr. Worked through Calvatore to De Silva. Tried to get a through ball through. Blocked by McLashcombs, who sweeps up. Aristov chipping it forward now for Kamavinga. Out to Muffin. You can see where I'm going with this probably, given how long I'm going to be talking like this. Hogg now out the center line. Over to Calvatore. Now De Silva. Trying to get by Adamu. Chipping forward. Tries to bring Laurent out. Cross over to the top. Muffin. Header in. Save Van Nooy.
All that build up there. And to be fair, very much a decent chance there. Yeah. Usually you expect the Silva to be in the center though, to pick up those header opportunities.
Yeah, though he's playing at that right attacking midfielder role. Here's McLashcombs. Tried a vicious shot there, but Hall, well, just able to get the hand to that. Probably could have got the body there as well, but the body could have given up the rebound. Here's primetime 99. I only just found out doesn't wear the 99 jersey. Feels like a bit of a missed opportunity.
That is a very missed opportunity. Primetime 99 should be wearing 99.
Let's double checking this to make sure, but I believe he's wearing jersey 86. Which I mean, not that there's the number 86 there, is Van Nooy. Oh, I thought it was a save there, but no, De Silva sent that one over the top. Nearly there for him.
Rattled very much so, De Silva. And, well, I think as we're pushing the end of our time there with Kaapstad, most of the chances have been on them. At least most of the clinical chances.
Yeah, let's see if they go again. Scott again saved. Oh, just that early goal, 19 seconds in, and that's been the only difference maker so far. With just about a minute left in regulation time.
I think Van Nooy has been making a huge difference there.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that's 5 saves so far. As we finally reach the end here, and yeah, I suppose. Look at that expected goals. 2 between the sides, 1 apiece, but Cairo has not been able to convert what Kaapstad did early on.
Yep, and honestly, it just all felt like Kaapstad. Maybe a change of side will help Cairo, but the Pyramids just trying to bear the siege.
Could have been that they're playing with a win there, and I have double checked here. Primetime 99 is wearing jersey number 36.
What?
Well, I guess 3 plus 6 equals 9, which basically means it's like 999.
I guess.
It's close enough. Yeah, probably something to do with numerology there. Or maybe someone else has 99 and we just haven't noticed. Blanche was playing that one in there. Jean-Claude was offside. I'm sure he'll be exclaiming his surname at that.
His surname is the one thing
we don't say that one because we prefer to make sure if YouTube does ever decide to give us ad revenue, we don't end up copying anything for that. Fisher across there for De Silva, but the header didn't quite have a venom to it, and Van Nooy able to take it in his clutches. At least that's the reasoning I give people. There'll be a myriad of others there, as that one was just a sliding stop by Cove, and up back there with Hall, who cleared it out there, but only as far as Laurent. Flopface chipped forward here. Oh, is this offside? Aristov has scored, and the flag stayed down here, and a huge equalizer for Cairo.
Well, I think after all the build-up, all the teasing, it's about time there. Flopface open with no one to press on, and that's just allowed them all the time to find hours of just great distribution there from Tokyo.
Oh, yeah, it was close. Yeah, but Hogg's right foot just played him on.
I think Kaapstad will be very much annoyed or miffed about that.
Yeah, I mean, you defend for so long, and it was basically about 55 minutes of holding on to a lead for a potential first win, but now you have to find yet another goal.
And it's worse to fight from 2 goals than it is to fight from 3.
Yeah, well, at the very least, it is still 1 goal if he would still claim a point out of it. Here's Cavatori, he is forward for Fisher. Krauses Jr., oh no!
Whoa.
Oh, he's just put that wide. He tried to be perhaps too precise. Could have had an open net, really. And it's just missed that.
I honestly thought that was going to go in. That's an honest shame there. Just, that feels so wrong to see there from Christus Jr.
And some of it had struggled immensely with goal scoring in recent weeks. As McFlop faced there, a drive stopped by Hall there. Muller, a bit of a risky back pass, but Hall was able to clear it out.
15 minutes left there from Kaapstad. I would enjoy if there was a win to come out of all this.
Yeah, and it's Krauses Jr. again, and that time didn't really have much of an angle to try and turn that one towards the net. Excuse me. Yeah, Krauses Jr. only has 1 goal, and it came in that match against AS Paris. And that includes all of the cup ties. Just 1 goal in what has been 16 and a half games, and could have been the second. As there's a sliding challenger from Cavatori, nearly gave up a penalty by hitting McFlopface. Kamavinga nearly gave up a penalty by bringing down Normus, but both of them found the ball. Here's Primetime 99, a shot, and nearly got by Hall.
I think it was. Now, I think Hall had the last touch. Yeah, corner.
Yep, he did. Was stopped by Hall, rather, and nearly got by him, rather, but he was the one that tapped it away. 6 minutes and change left, and probably a little bit more change as Muller there. Shot was blocked by Normus, who decides to send that one right to the security guard.
Free ball for the security guard. But all in all, I think it's starting. Well, it's definitely coming to the end.
Yeah.
That's
might just be them seeing it out, but I'm sure Kaapstad will look for perhaps one last try. Krauses Jr. heads it forward, but there's no one there. Referee blows his whistle, and Division 2 ends with a 1-1 draw between Kaapstad and Cairo City. They share the points. Kaapstad gets their 4th draw on the season. And wow, just a wild finish to the end of that.
Jeez. Wild start and just wild finish indeed. Like Muffin with a quick fire goal, hours off with the help of McFlopface for the other. And yep, definitely a lot of building for the extremely young side that Accra are.
Accra?
Accra, oh dear. I apologize there.
He's very tired. He needs to sleep soon.
It's 3 a.m.
Yeah, the things we do for soccer commentary. Well, we will get a look at the standings here momentarily, but a huge thank you has to go out to all of the Simulation Soccer League staff, the board of directors, the simulation team, the accountants, everyone, the managers, the updaters. It's hard to list all of you off. But here we go. Look at the standings, and we see the 2 position changes. Schwarzwälder jumped Seoul, and Montreal were able to beat Red Star on goal difference for 5th place.
Yep. And just, I don't think anyone would mind too much though with Paris winning, just convincing winners. Papadopoulos the whole way through. But such is how things end with Division 2. And yeah, Paris and London will go up into D1, whilst next season we shall see Athenai fall down and oh wow, I do apologize.
Hollywood. Is it not?
Yeah, Hollywood lost, and so too did Catalonia.
Yeah, I think Hollywood was in that relegation spot, but I'll double check that for you as well. Yeah, So if you are tuning into Division 2 next time around, it will be Hollywood, Athenai, Seoul, Schwarzwälder for Schwarzwälder, Red Star, Laos, Montreal United, Cairo City, and FC Kaapstad. If you want to tune into Division 1, you of course have the Champions League, Buenos Aires, a team that tied with them, but lost out on goal difference, União, Sao Paulo, Tokyo Sporting Club, Reykjavik United, AC Romana, Sea of Catalonia, AS Petty, and Inter London. And of course, all the academy squads, which you can watch with the SSL Academy.
So, the evil grin I have right now signifies one thing: that it is Hollywood.
Yeah,
but
the fall from grace.
Honestly, it is last year's champion. This actually does mean that Tokyo is the last surviving team to have always been in D1.
Oh, must be nice.
But yeah, no. That'll just make D2 next season all the more spicy with the names that have fallen down.
And also how much of a talent exodus will we see out of it? Lot to look forward to for season 11 as well. A lot of draft classes to undertake. Got a whole bunch more to come of Simulation Soccer League, of course, but we have a cup final tomorrow, so do be sure to tune in for that. And thank you all for joining us for this incredible season of league play for Project Saint, for all of the Simulation Soccer League, for all of the viewers at home. I've been Sock, and if we don't see you tomorrow, we'll see you next season. Good night.
Take care.